Tom scratched Lucky behind the ears. "Good boy," he whispered. The bond between them was strong, built over years of companionship. Tom had always found comfort in Lucky's presence, especially on nights like this. Lucky thumped his tail against the floor, happy as could be. His tail wagged with such enthusiasm that it seemed to echo the joy he felt. The simple act of being together brought them both a sense of peace. It was a calm night. Crickets chirped outside. The night sky was clear, with stars twinkling like tiny beacons of light. The serene atmosphere was a stark contrast to the bustling day that had just ended. The scent of freshly cut grass drifted through the open window. It mingled with the cool night breeze, creating a refreshing and soothing ambiance. Tom took a deep breath, savoring the moment. Tom was reading a book, but Lucky was restless. The pages of the book turned slowly as Tom tried to immerse himself in the story. However, he couldn't help but notice Lucky's unease. He kept lifting his head, ears perked, sniffing the air. Lucky's instincts were sharp, and Tom had learned to trust them. Something was definitely catching the dog's attention. Tom smiled. "Don't worry, boy," he said. "Everything's fine." He reached out to pat Lucky's head, hoping to reassure him. But deep down, Tom felt a twinge of concern. Lucky wasn't so sure. His keen senses detected something amiss. The dog's eyes darted around the room, searching for the source of his discomfort. A faint, unfamiliar scent lingered in the air. It was subtle, almost imperceptible to human senses, but Lucky's nose picked it up immediately. He couldn't place it, but it made his fur prickle. The sensation was unsettling, and it caused a ripple of tension to run through his body. He stood by the window, a low growl rumbling in his chest. The growl was a warning, a signal that something was not right. Tom stood up, his heart pounding, and moved towards the window to see what had caught Lucky's attention. Outside, shadows moved in the darkness. Two figures crept towards the house, their faces hidden by ski masks. The taller one carried a crowbar. He used it to pry open the back door, the metal screeching in the quiet night. Lucky's ears swiveled towards the sound. He knew. Danger was here. He barked, a sharp warning sound that echoed through the house. "Shh, quiet," one of the intruders hissed. They crept inside, their footsteps muffled on the carpet. Lucky's bark had woken Tom. "Lucky? What is it, boy?" he mumbled sleepily. He got up and headed towards the door, unaware of the danger lurking just beyond. Lucky barked again, louder this time. He planted himself between Tom and the door, his body a furry shield. Tom stopped, finally alert. He heard the muffled voices now too. Someone was inside his house. Fear shot through him, cold and sharp. "Lucky," he whispered, his hand finding the dog's collar. "Go get help!" Lucky didn't move. He growled, a deep, menacing sound. He wouldn't leave Tom's side. The intruders kicked open the door, flooding the room with light. "Don't move!" one of them shouted, brandishing a knife. Lucky didn't hesitate. He lunged, teeth bared, a fearsome protector defending his family. Section 4. A Hero's Stand. The intruders stumbled back, surprised by the dog's ferocity. They had not expected such a fierce defender in this quiet home. One of them swung the crowbar with all his might. Lucky, the brave dog, dodged with agility, the metal whooshing past his head, missing him by mere inches. He barked again, louder this time, his teeth bared and snapping. The intruders hesitated, clearly intimidated by the relentless canine. Tom, the homeowner, grabbed a heavy vase from the nearby table, his heart pounding in his chest. He knew he had to act fast. He wouldn't let them hurt Lucky, his loyal companion. The fight was on, and he was ready to defend his home and his dog with everything he had. Lucky was a whirlwind of fur and teeth, barking and snapping with unyielding determination. He drove the intruders back towards the door, his fierce loyalty evident in every move. With a surge of adrenaline, Tom hurled the vase with all his strength. It shattered against the wall, narrowly missing one of the intruders, the sound echoing through the room. The sound of the shattering vase seemed to break the intruder's nerve. They exchanged nervous glances, clearly shaken by the unexpected resistance. In a frantic scramble, they turned and fled, rushing out the door and disappearing into the night. The home was safe, thanks to the bravery of Tom and Lucky. Section 5. Together, safe and sound. Lucky stood guard at the door, panting, his ears perked up and eyes sharp, until the police sirens wailed in the distance, signaling the end of the chaos that had erupted earlier that night. Only then did he relax, his tense muscles loosening as he nuzzled against Tom's leg, seeking comfort and giving it in return. Tom felt a wave of relief wash over him, knowing that the immediate danger had passed. Tom knelt and hugged Lucky tight, his arms wrapping around the loyal German shepherd. "You saved me, boy," he whispered, his voice thick with emotion and gratitude. The bond between them had never felt stronger. "You saved me." Later, safe in their home, Tom looked at Lucky, who was now curled up at the foot of his bed, his chest rising and falling with each peaceful breath. The warmth of their home contrasted sharply with the cold fear of the night. The events of the night replayed in his mind like a movie on repeat. He remembered the fear, the uncertainty, and the moment he realized just how much he depended on Lucky. He knew he wouldn't be here without Lucky. The dog's bravery had been the turning point, the reason Tom was able to sit here now, reflecting on what had happened. Lucky had been brave, loyal, a true hero in every sense of the word. His actions had not only protected Tom, but had also reinforced the unbreakable bond they shared. Tom smiled, his heart swelling with love and gratitude for his amazing dog. He knew that no matter what challenges lay ahead, they would face them together. They were a team, he and Lucky, and together, they could face anything. The night had tested their bond, but it had also proven that together, they were unstoppable.